So we'll see the first concept. What are diagonals? The diagonal is drawn in a polygon. So before discussing about the diagonals, we'll see what a polygon is. So polygon is a shape which has many sides, so many number of sides. If it has 3 sides, so then it is known as a triangle. So a polygon which has 3 sides, so it's a triangle. So if it has 4 sides, so then it is called as a quadrilateral. And what a square is? Square has 4 sides. A rectangle, parallelogram, trapezium, so which all has 4 sides. It is known as a quadrilateral. So but this square rectangle has some additional features in it. So in a quadrilateral, whichever has 4 sides is called as a quadrilateral. Here all are of different sizes. So if there are 5 sides, then it is known as a pentagon. Penta means 5. So 5-sided shape is known as a pentagon. And what is a 6-sided shape? 6 sides, hexa. So it is known as hexagon. So if there are 7 sides, so 7 means it is hepta. So 7-sided shape is called as the heptagon. So which has 7 sides. So 6-sided one is known as a hexagon. So if there are 7 sides, then it is called as a heptagon. And 8-sided one is called as, so octa. Octa means 8. Octagon is a 8-sided shape. And 9-sided shape is called as the nanogon. And decagon is the one which has 10 sides. Say a polygon is a shape which has many sides, and in particular if there are 3 sides it is named as triangle. So 4-sided one quadrilateral, 5-sided shape as a pentagon, 6-sided hexagon, 7 sides heptagon, 8 sides octagon, 9 sides nanogon, and 10 sides decagon. So I am telling you all this because, so sometimes in question they mention about decagon, octagon or hexagon. So then you should know what an octagon is or what a decagon is. So now we'll see what a diagonal is. A diagonal is a line which joins the alternate vertex. So now we'll see a square and see what a diagonal is. So there is a square. And what is a diagonal in the square? So the line which joins the opposite vertex. So here it is the opposite vertex. So this is one diagonal, and from this end to the other we have another diagonal. So a square has 2 diagonals. So when we join the adjacent vertex, so it is the side of the square. Suppose we have a hexagon. Now we'll see what a diagonal is for a hexagon. So hexagon is a 6-sided shape. And we'll draw diagonals for this. So diagonal is a line which joins the alternate vertex. So here this is the alternate vertex and this is the adjacent one. So when we join the adjacent side, it becomes the side of the hexagon. So from here, so we can draw 3 diagonals, and from this vertex also we can draw diagonals. So these are all the diagonals for a hexagon. For a square we have 2 diagonals. And how many diagonals are there for a rectangle? So rectangle is a quadrilateral where opposite sides are same. So square is a quadrilateral where all sides are same. So now for a rectangle also there are two diagonals. And how to calculate the number of diagonals for a given polygon? Say it is a quadrilateral, so easily we can say there are only two diagonals. So if it is a hexagon, so from this vertex also we can draw diagonals. And how to calculate the number of diagonals? So the formula to calculate the diagonal, to calculate the number of diagonals is n into n minus 1 by 2 minus n. The number of diagonals is got by n into n minus 1 by 2 minus n. And what is this n? It is the number of sides. Suppose if it is a square, how many sides are there? 4 sides. And how many diagonals will be there for a square? So we'll check. So we saw that a square has 2 diagonals and we'll tally whether the answer is correct. So n is 4. So square has 4 sides. So n is 4 and 4 minus 1 by 2 minus 4. So this is equal to 6 minus 4. A square has 2 diagonals. The same way we can calculate the number of diagonals for any polygon. So whether it is a hexagon or an octagon. So here we have checked it for a square. Suppose if you are asked to find for a hexagon, how many diagonals will be there for a hexagon? So take n as 6 and work out. So for a hexagon, it is 6 sides. N value is 6. The number of sides is 6. So 6 into 6 minus 1 by 2 minus 6. So we will give you number of diagonals for a hexagon. So it is 6 into 5 by 2 minus 6. So 15 minus 6, 9. So number of diagonals for a hexagon is 9. So we saw what a diagonal is. So it is a line which joins the other vertex than the adjacent vertex. The adjacent vertex will be the side of the polygon and the lines drawn from to the other vertex are called as diagonals. And how to find the number of diagonals a polygon has? So using this formula, n into n minus 1 by 2 minus n will give you number of diagonals for any polygon. And now we will see how to calculate the length of a diagonal. So in the exam, we will be talking about diagonal of a square, for a rectangle, for a cube or a cuboid. So we will see how to calculate the diagonals for these 4 shapes.